So I've come out to my dad's today. This is a place where we unloaded all the bumper pile. If you guys remember from way back, it was right at a year ago. We went to the Model T junkyard that had auctioned, and I bought the whole entire pile of bumpers and took them home. That was a lot of late night trips, and got them all dropped here at my dad's on pallets and piles. And so I've started the process of sorting them out. This first pile is 1949 and 50 Ford, and then 41 to 48 Ford. I'll probably give those to Joe just because he's got a lot of those cars already. And then I've pulled out, these are like 38, 39 Chevrolet car. These are 1937 Chevrolet car. And then these are a mix of 36 Master and then 36 Standard. Right there, there's a good complete pair of 34 Fords with the guards, with the braces, all unhurt. And then these are 35, 36 Ford. Then there's a 34, 35 Buick. That one is for your upper series cars, so 50, 60, and 90 series. Your 40 series, the special, I don't know that they called it the special that early, but it used more of a plainer one. And then we've got a pair of those down there so you can kind of see the difference in the contrast. These, I'm fairly sure, are Hudson, mid-30s, 34, 5, 6 maybe, somewhere in there. And then this one's 35 DeSoto Airstream for the rear. These I just haven't quite figured out yet. They look Mopar to me, but I'm not super sure on nailing them down. I just haven't been able to find anything with that little 3-rib guard. And then these ones, those guards should be pretty identifiable, but I haven't yet been through them with the books. And then these are like 33, 34, 35 Chevrolets. Some earlier mid-30s Plymouths here, 34, 35s. This kind of have like a flower petal bumper guard that's pretty easily identifiable. There's 37 and 38 Plymouth in this little bunch. Difference between those, your 38 has the bolt up here. 37 is smooth without the bolt. Plymouth has a special little shield shaped bolt there in the center. There's a couple others here that I haven't been able to identify yet. I did catch a 34 Oldsmobile. These, it's a 41 Chevrolet. And then there's a bunch of 40 Chevrolets in that mix also. Over here, I'm not exactly sure on that big one. I think it's some sort of truck, but I'm not certain on it. These with the ribs, one with the guard there is 39 Ford car, and then the one below pretty sure is 35 Lafayette, which was a Nash undermodel. Probably the rarest of the bunch is this 32 to 34 Lincoln rear. Then there's one with the single rib. I just haven't been able to do quite all the way down on identifying it. Either Pontiac, Chrysler, or Hupmobile. And then this one with the ribs here is 37 Hudson or Terraplane. There's a pair of Crosleys. And then this split pair is 34 gram. We're some up in the 40s. These are all pretty much late 20s to pre-war. I don't think there's anything post-war in the bunch. That 41 Pontiac has the accessory ends. That 41 Plymouth has the ends, which were factory on all Plymouths, so they're not really any special option, but they are neat. And there's matching pair of those 41 Plymouths. This one with the 3 guards is a 42 Chevrolet front. Then there's a 42 Chevrolet with the accessory ends. Those are an optional part and pretty hard to find rear ones that aren't rusted out. They seem to catch moisture and junk in there and rot, but these are pretty good set. 41 Pontiac front, so that makes a pair of 41 Pontiacs. And then this 40s Lincoln, I think 42, 46, somewhere kind of around in that era. 46 and 47 Hudson. And a pair of 39 Buick Special. Those are just the bumpers. I don't think I have any guards. There may be some braces on them. 41 Chrysler front. And then these with the ribs and the stars, I think are an aftermarket. A lot of your late 20s cars, early 20s cars didn't have factory bumpers. And so some of these aftermarket companies made extra pieces that you could buy, which is what these ones here are. Not the bed rails, but this is like just a 20s car. Spring bumper. And then there's a stamped one. And then this one here that's just a kind of an I-style, I-beam style. Wasn't able to do too much identification on these. The early book that I have is black and white, and so it's kind of hard to decipher, except for that 3-bar is 29 Buick, kind of a unique one. Then up here, I think these might be Ford, possibly Plymouth. I haven't gone all the way through them just yet. Those ones with that taper end are the hardest to identify just by pictures, because they just kind of all look the same. So sometimes I'd count the bolts, I'd look at the spacing of the bolts and try and figure them out that way. Then 34 Terraplane front and rear. There's a bunch of these 38 Buicks, 37 Buicks. And then these are all 36 Oldsmobile. You can tell there's 2 different styles of 36 Olds, some with the ribs on the outside, some that are smooth. That one with the ribs all the way is a 36 Buick. It snuck in there. And then these on the bottom, 36 Pontiac front. I've got a 36 Pontiac front clip that I bought at that auction, and so that would kind of go together with it. And there's 37s. See, they kind of had that Indian head logo on there. And a pair of 37 Oldsmobile. And then several of these 40 Plymouths. Then this guy here is 40 Oldsmobile. Has kind of a unique arrowhead style on the ends. Then we've got 40 Studebaker President. There's 3 of them. And these others, that's like 51, 52 Buick. Kind of rough. Just parts bumper probably. And then this other, I guess there were a couple post-war. That is Kaiser or Fraser. So this was kind of a fun little project getting to sort these and have them out into the hands of people that are restoring these vehicles. So thank everybody for taking a quick look at what's here, and this video probably a little more advertisement than entertainment. So if anyone's looking or needing any bumpers of these types, this is what's here as of the sort, and I will put my email in the description box, and if anybody sees anything that they need that's of interest, you can get in touch. We do ship.